What's going on YouTube? Derek here with LOE Productions, and I brought you out here to the beautiful Lake Michigan at Kirk Park to bring you an auto-focusing test on the Tamron 70-200 versus the Nikon 70-200. We're going to do some running tests up and down the beach and see how they do. Okay, what you're seeing is a time lapse of Eve, Nick's daughter, running up and down the beach 3 times. She was a real trooper. We did that for each of the lenses, and we kept all of the settings completely static. It was 1/2000th of a second, f4.5 with an ISO of 400. And we did this because in most real life scenarios using action sports, you would not be shooting wide open, and you'll notice all the images ended up being tack sharp -1. And now you're seeing Nick shooting the Nikon, which all of the images came out completely tack sharp. And well, the last thing you'll see coming up here in a moment is a bokeh test. We did shoot the camera wide open, f2.8 on Eve, and just curious on what your thoughts might be. Which bokeh do you prefer?
Let's focus on the water. Focus on the face, back to the water, back to her face. Okay, so next up we will try the Tamron. Good. Okay, we are focusing on the water, and now we're going to focus on her. Focus on the water, focus on her. Okay.
Alright guys, as you could probably tell, there was only one image out of the entire set of images that was out of focus, and yes, it was the Tamron. However, going back into the footage, Eve was about to fall right into that lens, so whether you want to chalk it up to that, so be it, but 1 out of 37 images is not bad. Both of the lenses were shot on the Nikon D750 in continuous autofocus mode 3D, and again, they both did great. Now, when we took it into single autofocus mode and went from Eve's face to the lake to Eve's face, going back and watching that footage, there was no difference to me. Both of them locked on focus very quickly. There was no hunting within that process at all. So the Tamron was absolutely not a slouch at all and really held its own. It's a great lens, and the test that we've done so far, I think, has proven that. Side note, before I go ahead and wrap up this video, everything was shot on the X-T20, which is Fujifilm's X-T2's little brother, and I shot it in 4K to check out the image quality. I've got a 1 week under my belt with this camera, and I love the stills so far. The JPEGs straight out of camera are fantastic, and the 4K from what I've seen thus far is great. And no complaints on the autofocusing as well. Next week, Nick and I will be shooting a concert. I'm gonna do some low light tests with this X-T20, and we're also gonna bring that Tamron on by to see how quickly it can acquire focus in a dimly lit scenario. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like this video, comment what you'd like to see below, and have a good one.